Alright, without further ado, let me tell you introduction of IBS. In the context of sustainable construction, IBS stands for Industrialized Building System. IBS also refers to a construction method that emphasizes the use of standardized and fabricated components or modules in building project. This approach is more sustainable compared to traditional construction method because it often result in reduced material waste, shorter construction time, and improved resources efficiency. IBS can encompass various techniques such as the use of precast concrete panel, steel frames, or modular building system, all aimed at making construction process more environmentally friendly and cost effective.
Hello, my name is Robinson Mudanda Julis. Today I will present about IBS code. So this is a question we got from the lecturer. So this is our calculation. Okay, for part 1 is structural system. We have in situ beam using fiber formwork plus in situ column using fiber formwork plus steel flooring system, each for ground floor and first floor. For this both we have a same area which is 150 meter square and same ABS factor which is 0.6. So we need to divide it, which is 150 divided with 450, which is the total for the total area part 1. The answer is 0.33. Next, we calculate IBS score, which is 0.33 times 0.6 times 15 equal to 9.9. This is a IBS score for ground floor and first floor. Next, for roof truss using pre-cut metal roof truss. Roof truss we have area 150 meter square and IBS factor 1.0. Then we need conversion is 150 divided with 450 equal to 0.33. So calculate IBS score, we is 0.33 times 1 times 15 equal to 16.5 for roof truss. So total for part 1 is 36.3 for IBS score. Next, we go to part 2, which is wall system. For internal wall using composite gypsum boards, we have area 300 meter square with IBS score 1.0. We coverage it is 300 divided with 600, which is a total area of for part 2 equal to 0.5. Now calculate IBS score. 0.5 times 1 times 20 equal to 10. Next, we calculate for external wall using tunnel formwork with 300 meter square area and 0.5 IBS factor. Area for external wall divided with total area, which is 600 equal to 0.5. Next, 0.5 times 20 equal to 5. That is IBS score for external wall. Total IBS score for part 2 is 100 plus 5 equal to 50. Next, we go to part 3, which is other simplified construction. So we given 40% of beam size is with IBS score is 0, 40% of window size with 0 IBS score, 80% of wall and slab size with 8 IBS score, and horizontal representation of structure with 75% we have 6 IBS score. Total IBS score for part 3 is 40. Now calculate the IBS score for all part. Part 1 plus part 2 plus part 3. We got 65.3. Now we present about our work schedule. So this is our work schedule. So we start planning our mini project at 2nd of October and until 7 October. So we start modular grid line drawing at 6 October and end at 7 October. For tasks like raw material accumulation, basement creation, prefab roof creation, precast beam creation, and floor creation, and precast pillar installation, we do it in one day. We start at 8 October and 9 October. So for window and door creation and steelwork installation, we do at 10 of October and end it at that day. For beam and pillar installation, roof truss installation, window and door installation, panel inspection, warm up and house cleaning, we do it at 23 of October and do it at one day. We complete our mini project at 23 of October to 2023. Next, I will give it to next presenter. Thank you.
Okay, this is for IBS component and comparison with conventional construction. The first type of element is column. Description of column is precast concrete column are manufactured in specialized facilities where raw materials such as concrete and reinforcing steel are mixed, cast, and cured under controlled conditions. Number 2, mold or forms are used to create the desired column shape and dimension. This mold can be customized for specific project requirements. For IBS is first cost. Material cost might be higher but increased cost saving in labor cost and equipment cost for IBS. For conventional is material cost might be lower but labor cost can lead to higher project cost. For time, IBS may shorter construction period, and for conventional is longer construction period. Wastage of cement and concrete is less than 5% of the total material used for IBS. For conventional is wastage of cement and concrete are close to 10% of the total material used. For the quality is higher quality due to it produced in the factory for IBS. For conventional, the quality is low due to workmanship. And then beam. Description of beam is precast beam, structural component used in construction that is manufactured off-site and then transport to the construction site of assembly. And then precast beam are designed to support the load of a building or structure. They come in various shapes and sizes to suit different architectural and engineering requirements. For comparison, first is cost. For IBS, initial cost can be higher but reduce labor and construction time. For conventional, lower initial setup cost but labor and on-site construction can be higher. For the time, IBS faster installation on-site and conventional more time consuming on-site. For the wastage, IBS less wastage on-site because create with greater precision. And for conventional is more waste due to need more adjustment and cutting on-site. For the quality, IBS have higher quality because create off-site manufacturing facility that having a quality control. And for conventional is depend on skill and workmanship of on-site labor. After that, for the slab, precast slab is manufactured off-site and then transport to the construction site for installation. Second, precast concrete slab is reinforced concrete flooring system that combine ease of construction with structural integrity on your build. For comparison about IBS and conventional is cost. Initial investment may be higher but it can lead to cost saving due to reduced construction time and other factors for IBS. For cost conventional is initial cost may be lower but time consuming and labor intensive lead to higher cost. For the time, reducing on-site labor and construction time. For IBS, for conventional, long construction period due to the need to cast and cure slab on-site. For wastage, less material wastage because it is manufactured with precision. For conventional, higher material wastage due to need to cut and shape material on site. For the quality, IBS high quality due to it manufacture with durable material and construction technique. And conventional quality conventional is low quality depending on material used and the quality of workmanship.
Alright, now allow me to explain IBS component and comparison with conventional construction in spec of wall. So, in wall is a vertical structure typically built to enclose, divided or support spaces within a building. It serves as a boundary, provide structural support and separate one area from another. Wall can be made from various materials such as brick, concrete, wood, or stone. Alright, as for comparison, we can see that the IBS method costs a little bit higher than the traditional, where the traditional material cost is cheaper. But in IBS, The time consumed is really short rather than the traditional method, which can cost a lot of time to build it up. And the quality for the IBS method is much more better than the traditional one. Alright, next, roof trusses. Now, first, let me explain what is roof trusses. Roof trusses are incidental structural component used in the construction of roof for various type of building, include residential homes, commercial structure, and industrial facilities. They play a key role in providing support for the roof covering and distributing the weight of the roof, as well as resisting internal force like wind and snow load. Roof trusses are commonly constructed using materials such as wood, timber trusses, or steel, which is steel trusses. The choice of material depends on the factors such as load bearing capacity, cost, and design preference of the construction. Alright, for the IBS method, the roof costs a little bit higher upfront due to prefabrication, but can be lead to cost saving in terms of labor and time. But as usual, the IBS method will cost a lot more than the traditional one. But the time consuming for the IBS method is that it will require a lot more less time than the traditional method. As for the wastage, the IBS roof can be less waste since there are planned well, and while the traditional one will be used up more wastage, which mean there will be which mean the quality of the conventional one will be a little bit lower. But for the IBS, the quality is much more better than the conventional one.
Assalamualaikum and good morning. So my topic will be activities in construction of IBS. Okay, firstly is precast concrete system. So the process are starting with precast column should be transported and handled with specialized equipment to prevent any damage. Second, plan and mark the location. Third, carefully lower the precast column, ensure they are level and aligned. And lastly, install the anchor bolts and other anchorage system that will secure the precast column in place. The second one is formwork system. Firstly, install vertical reinforcement steel. Next, install wall ties and sleeve. Then apply oil on formwork to avoid concrete wall sticky to the formwork. And lastly, install the formwork on both sides with pin joint and wedges. And the third in construction of IBS is metal framing system. Metal framing system starting with installation of tracks, installation of stud and beam, then wall bracing and lateral support, fastening the connection, and lastly electrical and plumbing integration. Okay, the first one is timber framing system. It has lot of steps. So firstly is timber frame erected on foundation, then erected the floor platform, continue with erected the flooring, erected the vertical wall, and erected the roof element, then place the roof tile, and lastly timber cladding. So there is the step by step and works in timber framing system. Finally is blockwork system. So firstly, mark the layout of the proposed block wall, then build up the form for a footing, then continue with pouring the concrete. After that, determine the required number of block and mortar needed. Next, build up form by driving stake at each corner to locate exact corner. Until then, prepare mortar cement and spread it along the corner base. After that, set the corner block first, then continue to lay the block starting from the corner. And lastly, apply mortar, then continue stack the block and add reinforcement for the last step. Do not forget to mention the other IBS system approved by CIDB. Firstly is window follow MS1064 and continue by door MS10642 and uses of preview, which is prefabricated bathroom unit, and uses of modular grid line, which is for the drawings. And continue with horizontal and vertical repetitive structure in IBS buildings. And lastly, the prefab staircase. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Alright, now let me explain the process in making single-story house model. Alright, first of all, we will draw out our base on the cardboard to see the design that we wanted to make based on the one that we drawn in AutoCAD. Next up, we will cut off the white card paper, which is the slab for our building, and then afterwards we will make up the beam with the cardboard. We will cut it off 15 centimeter long and 1 centimeter for the height and base. Next up, we will make the windows for the each wall that we have already cutting out. Alright. Next up, we will cut up the roof, which we already calculate and drawn in the AutoCAD. After that, we will assemble our roof, and it will be look like the one that are presented right now. Next up, after we finish up the roof, we will make the column for the house, and we will connect it with the beam. Next up, we will put the walls on the between of the column and beam to make the wall. Next up, we will put the framework of the wall to make sure it will be strengthening. And after that, we will install our roof on the house that we have already made. And as you can see from the above here, that is our house IBS model. Thank you for watching.